Hello, and thank you for joining this tutorial on how to use the vendor portal offered by Mind Property Management for our Mind preferred vendors. We decided as a company that we needed to provide a resource to you as a vendor to be able to process and receive work orders from us to be able to work in a more efficient and effective manner. So we've created this vendor portal. We launched it early December Q4 2019. And we want you guys to log into this tool and really utilize it as a resource for you guys to be able to process service requests and work orders that we send you in a better way. So what I will do on this call is go through how to use the vendor portal, what we're tracking you on as a vendor, and how to succeed as a Mind preferred vendor and continue to receive as much business from us as you possibly can handle. So for starters, you're going to enter your email address that you've given to us as a vendor and expect to receive communication to. So for a lot of vendors, that's info at, or it's service requests at, or work orders at. Oftentimes it can even be your personal email address if you're an independent contractor, handyman type sort. So whatever email address you've given to us from the beginning of our relationship, make sure you enter that in here and you'll receive an email to magically log in to your portal. So for me, I'm going to click onto this login magically link, which you guys will all have access to the very first time you log into the vendor portal. And when I click on this link, I'm going to be forwarded to my dashboard, which resides in the vendor portal for your company. Now, there's a couple things you want to take note of here, but this is a super simple tool for you guys to be able to utilize and run your business of Mind work orders more effectively and efficiently. So for starters, you see that you have available work orders at the top, you have active work orders, and you have completed work orders. So what available means is something that we've recently sent in. It's a new service request that one of our residents has submitted, and you're going to see it here. You have the ability to accept or reject this work order based on the scope, based on if you have technicians available, based on your scheduling constraints. And what we're asking you to do is, first and foremost, click on this work order, view the scope, look at the not to exceed. You'll also see that you have the resident's address, their name, their contact email address, their phone numbers, and it's encouraged that you guys reach out to these residents prior to showing up at their home. The reason being is we want to make sure that you guys are able to address their concern on the first trip, and you're able to continue to work on additional work orders that we send you throughout the week without having to reschedule visits, show up for no-shows where the resident isn't home, things like that. So we highly encourage you to contact the resident prior to going out to their home. Now, you'll also see you have this accept and decline button. We need you to make this decision within 2 hours of receipt of this work order. This is critical because this is something that, as a Mind preferred vendor, we need to be actioning these requests as quickly as we possibly can. A resident is effectively telling us something is wrong with their home that they live in. And so you, as a Mind preferred vendor, you need to accept or decline this work order based on your scheduling constraints and availability within 2 business hours. Okay. And one key point here is that I mentioned this in the beginning of the call, but we are measuring your ability to accept or decline these work orders in this 2-hour time frame. And it ultimately plays part in ranking you as a vendor relative to, in this case, other plumbers in the Bay Area. Right. So whoever's monitoring the inbox, make sure that they are making this decision quickly. Now, let's say we're going to accept this work order. What you've effectively done in accepting this work order and scheduling this work order is you've notified the Mind Property Management internal team that you have accepted and intend to do work on this specific work order. Okay, so you said, yep, this looks like we need a garbage disposal replacement, and I'm going to replace it with a similar unit. My not to exceed is 500. Here's my work order number that I need to put on my invoice when this job is completed. All this information you have right here. When you accept the work order, that notifies us on the inside, on the internal side of the business here, that you intend to do work at this property. Now, to take it a step further and save you guys, the hassle of going back and forth between yourself and our internal team, you're actually able to click this plus sign and schedule this service. So let's say you were going to have a technician in the area and they can fix this garbage disposal tomorrow on the 12th. Okay, they'll be able to get there between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. Okay, we hit save. And now what you just did is you scheduled a service appointment with not only the resident, but with our internal team at Mind. So it effectively saves you the email that you would have to write to us, letting us know that you've scheduled with the resident the time and date that you will be out there to replace this garbage disposal. Okay, Thursday rolls around. Great, you're ready to complete this work order. So you'll see there's a notes section down here. When you click the plus, you're going to type in replaced garbage disposal. And you can browse. You can upload photos. In fact, we would like you to upload a minimum of 5 photos of the job that you did. And then you can go ahead and save this. Now, if you hit save, what that tells us here is that there are notes and there's proof of service that a technician was at this job site on the scheduled date when you said they were going to be there. Now, what's also super important about this step, and what again saves you communication time back and forth with us internally and with the resident as well, is if you hit complete and you confirm, yes, you want to complete this work order, that means that this job is done and you're ready to send us an invoice with the work order number on it. Now, that also tells our internal team that we need to follow up with the resident to make sure that they're happy with the work that you did as a vendor on site. And so we're going to take care of that. But what I want to call your attention to is that all throughout this process, with the accept or reject in 2 hours, with the scheduled appointments and time and date function, and with the notes and photos section, we are measuring your ability as a vendor to populate these fields on these work orders. And in turn, that is informing an overall scorecard or rating system that is ranking you as a vendor. And what I mean by that is if you're able to accept or reject in 2 hours, if you're able to effectively schedule on a timely basis and complete the overall work order as quickly as possible, you will be ranked amongst other trades that are similar to yours. So in this case, we have, let's say, 10 plumbers in the Bay Area. If you have a perfect score of 100, meaning you're able to process and populate these fields as quickly as you can, that means that you're automatically going to show up for more and more plumbing jobs as they come in from our residents all throughout, in this case, the Bay Area, right? And so it's in your best interest to manage these work orders effectively so that not only can you remain a Mind preferred vendor and receive work orders from us, period, but also to compete against other similar Mind preferred vendors and compete for more business. We want to get the most out of you, and as such, we're developing tools to help you guys run your business more effectively. Now, once you have a ton of these work orders in your pipeline, and it becomes a little bit challenging to understand which work orders are in which sections, you have this little tool on the left side of your screen that indicates where you are at with each work order based on the status of the work order. So if I click on dashboard, I can see all the available work orders that I have, in this case, none. No active work orders, but I can see that I've completed 3 work orders all at the same address in Oakland. Okay, I can see the dates that they were completed. I can see the work order numbers. I can even click in and see what the details are when I completed it, what the resident said, or what the resident's contact information is. I can see my own notes and photos. Eventually, you'll be able to upload your invoice as well directly to your portal. But the idea is that this is a management system, an organizational tool for you to be able to run your business more effectively. Now, if you have any questions, you can always email us at vendors@mind.co. That's C-O. We're happy to help answer any questions. It's in our best interest to make sure that you guys understand and we're transparent about this ranking system. And we're happy to answer any questions you have around that and how you can get more business and ultimately how we can build a better relationship and a deeper relationship with our vendors. It's something that I myself am very interested in doing, and really think that this is something that us as a business, we really need to focus on with you. So with that said, thank you for your time. I really appreciate your service, especially during emergency type related requests. We are looking to build deeper relationships with our vendors who have proven reliable for us. And this is the first step and one of the tools that we're providing to you. So again, any questions, you can fire them away at vendors@mind.co. Thank you so much.